The poem I'm presenting today is called We Must Tell the Story. Basically, I'll be telling the story and the Osa tells the history. The main reason why I'm writing this poem is to help me understand my past, to be able to live my future. We must tell the story. Gada's system was a source of unity decades ago. Its unbreakable bonds were hard to let go. Known to be Africa's long-functioning tradition, ensuring all aspects of Oromo life found fruition. Political, economic, and ritual lives, seriously equipping Oromo people to thrive. Building on new classes every 8 years, where there was little hate or troubling tears. Kindness, love, and joy is still felt in the blood of ours, but they turned over our lives and started sinister wars. Menelik II started war against all Oromo people, not respecting that we treated each other as equals. Oromo heroes set a great standard, generation after generation, but he sent his agents to collect information. Our unity, growth, and land are what we enjoyed. And leaders working for peace, Menelik tried to destroy. When Menelik purged, Oromia have been seized. Then they built churches to hold land, I realized. It's not okay to grab our land little by little. Leave it to us who truly love the land. It's just plain and simple. The Oromos have been discriminated and oppressed. Their rights not respected, all they face is arrest. Death itself is what's constantly surrounding the innocent. And the government is busy training more militants. Wait, is there anything unique about this master plan? No need to question, we know how it began. Their plan is to continue the chaos, literally, instructing the Oromos to follow their path instantly. They sell fertile lands that they grab from the tillers, and the world doesn't know that the profits go to killers. Abaye Tsahaye, an official who said, "We will straighten you out," forcefully pushing us to follow everything he laid out. Every time we feel we have ended our suffering, we have seen only a measure while some are still recovering. We cannot sit back and hope solution will appear. More people will be killed and arrested if we don't make it clear. If we don't tell the story, even more will disappear. Let's remind ourselves where we were years ago, because it's our history we should never let go. I believe we have a bright, complex future ahead, but it's only reasonable if the past is considered instead. We want everything from the past to be proven to us, but we will only understand if it's deeply discussed.
Haye akkam jirtan baganagaan uftan sinin jannaa irra deebine so yaana keessan illee haala gaariidhaan nyaatanii waa dhugamu sabuuqqatanii akka taphachaa jirtan gammadaa akka jirtan itti amannaa so as keessa sa'a kudhanitti ba'uun waan irra jiruuf so programma keenya xumurree baanaa jechuudha. Just for those of you who do not speak Oromo, we're here having a time. So as a president of the Oromo Studies Association, I would again welcome you all to our this evening gala dinner. This day is so special to not only to us, but to all the Oromo people all around the world, especially in Oromia and Ethiopia. So once again, I would like to say thank you. So I would like to make a remark about the long process of the Oromo Studies Association. So I would like you guys to follow that. So on behalf of the Oromo Studies Association Board of Directors and the executive team, and also the Board of Editors of the Oromo Studies Journal, we are happy to have you all again here. So 30 years today, Oromo scholars and friends of Oromo people made the first move to incorporate and institutionalize the contemporary system of Oromo Studies Association. Generally, the notion of Oromo Studies as a self-contained life of its own actually precedes the association that we talk about today. For example, the research work of the late Paul Baxter can be taken as one of the latest ventures just before the institutionalization of the Oromo Studies Association as we know it today. Different individuals and Oromo indigenous institutions have played their part into the making of the OSA we know today. And also we like to acknowledge those different Oromo organizations, like for example, the Oromo Students Union in North America as one of the preceding entity that played a great deal of incubation in the mature process and evolution of the Oromo Studies Association. So tonight we are really honored and privileged to sit and share table with OSA founders. Because 30 years ago, a group of conscious scholars came together with a burning desire to find a discursive space with a need to create an epistemological territory that their own Oromo people deserve. Without their continued excellent scholarship contribution and extraordinary commitment to the organization, I can tell you that we would not have the chance to sit here today. The groundbreaking work of Professor Mohammed Hassans of the Oromo of Ethiopia, which was published in the early 1990s, and also Bonnie Holcomb and Sisa Ipsa's invention of Ethiopia, which came out also in the early 90s, and also the Professor Makrea Bulcha's Flight and Integration, Cause of Mass Exodus from Ethiopia and Problems of Integration in Sudan, are some of the pioneering publications and books which put the foundational basis for the establishment of the contemporary Oromo studies as we know it. Besides that, individuals and others like Professor Gluma and Daniel Ayana, and also Professor Hamda Tuso and Ismail and all others have put all their effort in what we know about OSA of today. So in the recent years as well, OSA's members continue to explain the Oromo studies to those who wanted to know about the Oromo. For example, an edited book in 2009 by Professor Ismail Gabisa on the contested train, essays, and Ethiopian discourse was a collective attempt to explain to the Ethiopianist scholar about the fact that the Oromo study is a self-contained and a legitimate scholarship of its own. So all these years, OSA as academic organization has made and remain to be an authoritative and the basis of the future generation. So with the upcoming generation, owe to all the veterans of the Oromo scholars to take it up from here. So on behalf of the entire membership, I say thank you to our founders of the Oromo Studies Association. After its establishment, OSA continued to provide a suitable platform for scholars, researchers to present their works and findings with full freedom of expression. As a leading producer and distributor of Oromo knowledge system, OSA organizes conferences and publish journals, in its annual and mid-year conference, OSA attracts hundreds of participants from various backgrounds and political situations, and also from different disciplines. Besides convening the conferences, OSA's leading publication pursues a rigorous and peer-reviewed protocol of channeling out the knowledge through the Journal of the Oromo Studies. The journal, which is the OSA's premier outlet for its research and publications, made an appearance for the first time in 1993. In the word of one of its first ever editor, Professor Mohammed Hassan, the journal was a dream come true for the Oromo people. Today, that reality remains alive and undoubtedly will continue to expand its horizon. The overwhelming energy and burning desire of the emerging scholars to learn from and also follow the footsteps of the trooper Oromo scholars is one of the self-evident generational promise for the Oromo. If given the chance, there is no doubt that the upcoming Oromo generation will carry on the dream with more confidence, trust, and consciousness. So I would also like to talk about our journal, because that is one of the main branch and the academic wing of the organization. So our journal enjoys a privilege of being subscribed to by several academic institutions and elite libraries in the US, including the US Library of Congress. Dozens of academic institutions and research centers in Canada, Europe, continue to receive our journal under their yearly institutional subscriptions. This indicates the fact that there is an increasing scholarship interest in the Oromo studies as a distinct body of itself. This is one of the unbeatable success in the research battle over the ownership of narratives and discourses. In other words, OSA made sure the fact that Oromos are well entitled to their own epistemological territory, simply because of the collective scholarship works of OSA members over the past decades. We are sure to say today that the days when Oromo people did not have ownership and control over their own historical narrative is gone long time ago. Against these odds, OSA continue to thrive and represent collective symbol of a unique Oromo scholarly organization. That is why tonight we are celebrating OSA and its resilience capacity in the face of difficult challenges in the past. So, while we celebrate the 30th anniversary, we have to also imagine the future challenges and opportunities presented to this organization. First of all, after 30 years of deconstructing an anti-Oromo narrative, OSA has to ask itself how to continue to theorize a constructive, proactive, conscious-based Oromo studies. When is the right time that the change should be taking place within the Oromo studies? Second, given that OSA is a volunteer-based collective platform, I would like to ask, how far can OSA go being volunteer-based organization? Is this possible to effectively carry out a full-time responsibility with volunteer-based commitment? What is the scope of the journal of OSA's distribution? And is OSA ready to go global with its leadership and governance? There are some of the important assessments I had during my Gada cycle, during my presidency. I am absolutely sure that the upcoming leadership is willing and capable to address some of these matters. Finally, I would like to thank all the members of the board of directors, individuals, my team, Magara Mubenya, Professor Skel Gabisa, and also Yeshi Lemu and Damitu Argo from Seattle for all this long journey to make it worthwhile. I am equally indebted to all of the volunteers in Washington, D.C. for the work they have done to make this event possible. And finally, for all of you who travel from all different parts of the country, thank you very much and enjoy your night.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Keith Ellison, and I want to say thank you to all the participants in the Oromo Studies Association 30th Annual Conference. I want to say peace, Assalamu alaikum, everything to all my friends from the Oromo community. I know you are a diverse community, and I respect and appreciate all the diversity that your community represents. I'm delighted to learn that the Oromo Studies Association is gathering to showcase the rich history, culture, society, and community of the Oromo people. I represent the largest Oromo community in North America, and let me tell you, I'm very proud of that. Oromo people are making tremendous contributions to Minneapolis, Minnesota all the time. Whether it's the business community, whether it is advocates, whether it's students, everybody makes this a richer, better place. And yet, I have been saddened and brokenhearted to hear the struggles that Oromo people in Ethiopia have to go through every day. It's very sad, and I pledge myself to try to improve the situation for Oromo people in Ethiopia by standing with you and insisting on human rights. Together we've done important things. I think we had one of the best hearings on Capitol Hill for Oromo human rights that the United States ever saw. The room was absolutely packed, and Oromo people not only came to the hearing and testified brilliantly, but also went out and talked to members of Congress about the situation, and were very persuasive. And I believe that if we keep it up, God willing, we will see brighter days and greater accountability on the Ethiopian government. You know, the United States and Ethiopia are allied countries, and I think that if you're an ally with another nation, you ought to have enough trust within that relationship for one party in the relationship to tell the other party that there are things you're doing that are not right. And so I'm insisting that my government tell its partner, the Ethiopian government, that abusing the rights of Oromo people is unacceptable. We should use and leverage the friendship to make sure that our friend does what's right. This has been a very difficult situation, especially ongoing arrests of journalists, bloggers, students, and political opposition leaders, and labeling them as terrorists. This is an abuse of the term terrorist. The world does have real terrorists, but the Oromo people are simply struggling for human rights, and to mislabel them and thereby delegitimize them is incredibly bad, and we cannot allow the Ethiopian government to do it. We've seen some of the very difficult times in 2015 when police forces met peaceful protests with violence in the Oromia region, with reports of over 400 people being killed according to Human Rights Watch, a very credible human rights organization. You know, right now we're looking at one of the worst droughts in history in East Africa, and it's vital that the United States use its power as an important ally and donor to the Ethiopian government to ensure stability in the region. My office is doing everything we can to be a vocal friend of all of the people of Ethiopia, including the Oromo people, and by raising these critical issues. I sent a letter to Secretary of State John Kerry, co-signed by Representative Belly McCullum and Tom Emmer, expressing your and our concerns. I've held a briefing on Capitol Hill and the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission. I already mentioned that. I've adopted Mr. Okello Achala and Mr. Bekele Gerba through the Defending Freedom Project, and I will continue to stand by human rights as long as I am in Congress and even after. Thank you all very much. Assalamu alaikum. This is Keith Ellison, and I want to say thank you to all the participants in the Oromo.
So I will introduce my colleague, the OSA Board of Chair, Bonnie Holcomb. So please, Bonnie Holcomb, come up here. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. I'm very happy to accept your nomination as President of the United States. Oh, wrong convention, wrong convention. Sorry. Been watching too much television lately. That's good. So, I welcome you all to this gala dinner event. I've been very careful to notice how people pronounce that word. We were very brave to announce a gala dinner event for the Oromo. I served this year as the chair of the board of directors, which is why I'm up here now. On behalf of the board of directors, I think all of our members are here except one who is giving birth any moment. We are delighted to have this sort of evening prepared for us. I'm glad we're all, actually, our latecomer has arrived. That's good. This type of event is the vision of Henok Gabisa, who just spoke up here, and we want to acknowledge him. He's our energetic, committed, ambitious, and visionary president for the year 2015 and 16, and he's brought us to this point to celebrate in this way. Conceiving and designing and bringing to fruition this opportunity to relax, celebrate, and mingle. And he's had the support of the executive committee and the board in moving us forward for a new sort of direction. What a wonderful idea it was. Now, he's offered me the opportunity to look briefly back and briefly forward to celebrate the achievements of the past, which is a very tall order for somebody who has been there from the beginning. And I think it probably would have been better to have somebody else do the summary. We made an attempt at that. We're not playing that video tonight, but I think that there will be people tomorrow taking interviews, adding to the record to create a full history of the many voices that have contributed to making the Oromo Studies Association. And I welcome you to seek out Stephen Thomas and to lend your voice, to share your experience as to how this association has impacted you. The difficulty in telling the story is that there are so many strands. And I think what I'm going to do is share a vignette, something that in my mind encapsulates many of the dynamics that are at work in this association. What I've chosen is a panel that was given at the 2015 mid-year conference in Munich, Germany. There were 600 to 800 people attending that conference. There were scholars from all over Europe and Africa. There were participants from all the different Oromo political branches. There were Muslims, Christian, Wakifata, men, women, old, young, people from different regions. And there were people present that most attendees didn't even notice had a distinct history because they were mixed in with the local Oromo from Germany, visitors, and the like. They were actually young Oromo refugees who had recently arrived from Africa through different routes and had come by bus from large holding camps in Germany to near Nuremberg to attend what they heard was a large Oromo event. So maybe 200 of them mixed with the guests. Now, the keynote speaker was Gamatu Magarsa, and the panel that I wanted to highlight was a very rich offering of deep scholarly work done on slave experiences of Oromo in 1840s. Now there were speakers, one speaker had translated the letters that transferred back and forth between two Oromo who had been housed with German hosts who recognized that they were from this part of Africa and encouraged them to write in their own language using the Latin alphabet. So they shared letters back and forth with each other, asking questions of each other about what their experience had been as they were captured, as they were transferred, and as they arrived in this foreign country. This is actually a very unique sort of document that the African Americans who have come over really do not have. They don't have accounts in the people's own language of what has happened. And when people saw that the Oromos have had this, have actually unearthed this, they were really quite impressed and quite amazed. Iskel Gabisa is the person who did the translation and has presented this. I think that his was one of the offerings that was so rich. Another talked about the kind of data that the young people taken in their teens had provided to their interviewers in German and in Oromo, downloading all they had learned as they grew up in Oromia. The landscape, the family history, the rituals, the food, the religion, and they had the songs, the makmaksa. They knew, not only the men, the women actually knew this to such an extent that even in their early 20s, they were able to recall a huge richness of what their experience had been like, and it revealed how deep and extensive the Oromo education system had been for both genders in the middle of the 1830s when they were raised, and in the 1840 was when they were captured. While these papers were being given, there was a buzz of activity, of people talking to one another. It seemed a bit rude, but we had amplification, people could hear. Then a woman, Kuleni Gudina, got up and started to talk about the experience of a young Oromo woman who was housed with missionaries. The room went quiet. It turns out, in retrospect, that all the refugees who had come and were sitting in the audience couldn't understand the English. So they started listening when the Oromo story was told about this woman's past, about her beliefs, about her commitment, and her appeal that whatever is available in Europe, as she has witnessed it, should be taken and shared with her people back in Oromia. And this was a very rich paper also. Here we are, we've got this panel. All of this is focused on 1840s, and it unpacks amazing implications about how the beginnings of knowledge about the Oromo even came to the public sphere. There was a paper written by an American in that period, 1840, drawing on the material that these people conveyed, and it's very solid work that still stands as a good description of Oromo beliefs. The next day, one of the refugees was invited to speak. He got up and said, I understand that you are studying the past and slavery and what's happened to us. But I want to tell you that I am a slave. I escaped from my homeland and risked my life. I was actually on a boat that capsized, and people around me didn't know how to swim. I watched my fellows drowning in the water. I grabbed onto pieces of the ship, and I was able to hold on until somebody saved me. Why aren't you interviewing me about my experience now, what's happening now in 2015? And the question that he raised is why I tell this vignette. There is an enormous value in the scholarly work that was done and presented at the panel, making this material available in English and to all who could hear that. But there was a missed opportunity to understand the current situation, tapping into the database that is available all around us for people who have experiences that are not finding a hearing, that are not being brought to the fore, and there was not enough understanding in the world scene as to what these people were going through in their refugee flight. Months later, in November, the protests erupted. They erupted originally over land grab, but then they continued because of the kinds of oppressive conditions that people had faced. And we need to understand those conditions by talking in detail to the people who are actually the eyewitness at the experience, have the experience. So I raise this because it highlights many issues that OSA has faced in the past and needs to take full account of in going forward to the future. Let us celebrate 30 years. Let us be happy that in all of the vicissitudes and the volatility of interactions in politics and organizations in the diaspora and at home, OSA has continued to save a public space for discussing issues related to the Oromo. But it has also attracted audiences that have different expectations. It has been asked to do more than it is capable of doing with a volunteer organization that only funds are those donations that are, or those admission fees that are given at conferences, and a few donations from generous people. We have maxed out to how far we can go with that little, and we have done a huge amount of work. I think OSA floats on a sea of goodwill, but we need to bring it to bear to sort out all the opportunities that are brought to OSA and start to work in partnership and to divide and to go forward looking at how we build capacity, how we increase our funding, how we partner with organizations and specifically identify what our focus will be and tease out those complicated connections that we need to have to turn outward as well as we go deeper. We need to expose the conditions that prevent people from getting solid data on medicine, on earth care, on economics, on politics. We need to know what is actually, what the people are confronting, because they have been so deeply connected to their land that they cannot they will not be dispossessed. Their identity is at stake with this dispossession, and they have risen up every corner of Oromia. It is our obligation to understand what is going on and do that research, make that analysis, and get it out there. But we also have to look at how the public education occurs, how the advocacy occurs, how the capacity is built. So as we move forward, let us tomorrow and the next day keep in mind how we will expand what we have started. We have a president who's coming in who has a lot of energy and history in this organization, and we all need to realize, and now I feel like I'm back at the Democratic National Convention, if we don't participate, if we don't give and support the effort that's underway, it will not succeed in the way that it needs to continue what we have done. So I encourage you all, become members, participate, give papers, do research, and start to bring to OSA your solutions as to how we can solve data collection, build an information center, and partner with so many people who don't know the Oromo story yet. So I thank you for being here. It's wonderful to be with friends of 30 years, and I'm very happy to see so many women and so many young people here as well, because this has been our newest cutting edge, is to have the broader participation. And I thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be associated with you all. Thank you.
Duraan dursee Oromo TV'n hedduu galatoomaa isin jenna jechuudha. Keessattuu Ahmad Yaasin iddoo barattoonni argaman hunda isaaniitu kafaltii tokko malee argamtanii tolaan sagantaa kana geessuu keessaniif hedduu galatoomaa isin jenna. Galanni keessan bilisummaa ta'u. Egaan akkuma beekamu sagantaan kun akkuma isin dubbadhee ture guyyaa waggaa sadaffaa isaatiif jechuudha kabajamaa jiru. Haala kanaan kan kabajamee uummanni hedduun barattoonni yuunivarsiitiidha, uummanni adiin, gurraachi, Somaaleen, Oromoon, Amhaarri hundi isaaniitu gara tarmaataniitiin sagantaa har'aa kana bareechan jechuudha. Isaanis hedduu galatoomaa isin jenna. Sirboota Oromiyaa naannoo hundaa bashannansiisnee, Oromiyaa hundummata daawwachiisnee, akkasumas immoo maalummaa Oromoo fi Oromiyaa uummata barsiifne jenneetiin abdanna jechuudha. Nuti hamla humna keenyaatti hedduu galatoomaa isin jenna. Sagantaan keenya guyyaarraa kanumaan xumurama jechuudha. Hanga barruufuutiin nu haa ga'u, warri barruufuu rabbiin haa taasisu jenna. Nagaatti.
daawwattoota Oromoo akkam jirtan har'aan tana bakki irraa isin dubbisaa jirru kun James Griffin Stadium magaalaa St. Paul Minnesota irraa bakka Osfaanaan bara 20ffaadhaa eega jalqabee itti kabajatu keessa bara 1996tti Oromo Sports Federation of North America jechuudhaan magaalaa Torontootti ijaaramee har'aan tana ana wajjin warra Oromo Sports Federation of North America ijaaran keessaa hangafa kan ta'e obbo Ashiqoodhaatu jira maquma isaa Qoosaadhaati waliin hin dhufillee warri gandaa hundinuu beekuu fi abdii maqaan isaati haa ta'u immoo sanumaan waan beeytaniif afeerraa Oromoo TVtiin bakka kanatti dhiyaachuu keetiif Ashiqoo fayyaa ta'e.
Abbo Abduu Jamiil maqaa Oromoo TV mirsootatiin gaaffii kana qopheessuu guyyaa kana mirga kana naa kennuu keetiif hedduu galatoomiin jira.
Tole obbo Ashiqoo mee akkaataa itti Osfaanaan silaa gaafa isin jalqabdan isinitu beekaa nurra caalaa isinitu keessa ture akkaataa itti jalqabdan yoo daawwattoota Oromoo TV'dhaatiif ibsitaniin barbaadamee nuuf ibsi.
Gaarii dhagaa Osfaanaa dura wannin Osfaanaa jechuun Oromo Soccer Federation North America dha abbreviation isaa gisee beekamu. Alammataa immoo Osfaanaan kophaa isaa Osfaanaa ta'uu hin danda'u yoo kilaboonni isa dura hin jiraanne. Akka dhugaatti yoo kana gaafattu ta'e Osfaanaa dura kubbaa North America keessatti kilaba Oromia Soccer Team kaja'amuu fi akkanumatti aduu birraa kilaba jiru Osfaanaa illee itti hidhee waliin North America keessatti akka kilaba Oromoo ka'uume dhugaadha krediitii lubbuutiif kennuu osoo hin taane ana jechuun hin danda'a. Osfaanaa akkamii uumame waan jedhurraa Osfaanaan eegaa kilabni akka Oromia Soccer Team uumamee tuurnamentii akka Mandeellaatii fi tuurnamentii akka Soomaaliyaa magaalaa Torontoo keessatti eegaa qophii goonee taphannee boodatti nuti ummanni Oromoo namuu gadi hin jiru waan jennuun mataa kiyyaan ka'ee ummata garii North America keessa warra kilaboota wajjin qunnamtii qabu obboleessa kiyya kaniin gizee cufaa umrii isaa irraanfachuu hin dandeenye akka obbo Eliyaas Ibsaa anaaf innin waan Osfaanaa jedhu kana irra hojjannee 1996 tuurnamentii Osfaanaa eegalleen jira.
Tole obbo Ashiqoo waan gaariidha nuuf himte waan gama duubaa namni hedduun yaadachuu qabu keessaa warri zamana jalqabaa san jalqabe gariin isaaniillee ni akhiramanii waan isaaniillee jettu qabaachuu keenu mala rabbi rahmataa godhuu fi akkasumatti immoo bara diiddan guutuu eega akkasitti wanni isin jalqabdan san har'aan tana bakka geesse qabdi. Hogguu kana laaltu maaltu sitti dhaga'ama daawwattoota keenyaaf akka himtuun barbaada.
Fayyaada Abbo Abduu Jamiil ilmoon takka ta duraa gizee jaartii fuudhee sanbooda rabbiin ilmoon barakaa kenneef akkaataa itti guddifatu ilmoo isaa isarra jirti dhugaadha. Gaafa nuti Osfaanaa kana eegallu kilaboonni akkanatti hedduu hin turre. Fakkeenyaaf nuti gizee kilaba kana eegallu anaaf Eliyaas Ibsaa obboleessa kiyyaa kaniin akka gaariitti kabajaa guddaa kennuuf anaaf innin gizee fundraisingii kilaba Oromo Soccer Tournamentii irratti na argamuun waan inni isa gaafadhoo ka jiraatu ta'e Eliyaas ati Ameerikaa irraa dhufteeti kilaboota yoo jiraatte asitti naa fidiiti tournamentii goonaa jedhee gizeen isa gaafadhu osoo dadhabee hin jenne osoo hin rafne deemee as deebi'ee kilaba Minisootaa irraa Atlaantaa irraa Siyaatil irraa qopheessee deebisaa naa kennee akkasumatti anis gama kiyyaan kilaba kiyyaa Toast kaja'amu Toronto Oromia Soccer Team fi bakkalcha kaja'amu fakkeenyaaf kilaba Ottawaati. Kilaba Ottawaa kana kagaggeessuu ture obbo Abdullaahi Addiibee ja'ama. Kilaba Maddawalaabuu kaja'amu Siyaatil irraa rabbi rahmataa godhuuf obboleessa kiyya obbo Ahmad Waabboo ja'ama. Akkasumatti Hamzaa Baashaatii fi Eliyaas Ibsaati. Kilaba shaniin eegalleeti torbaan lama gizee hafe. kilabni nurraa xiqqaate waan joon torbaan lama keessatti kilaba akka Odaa Scarborough Toronto irraa ifitti dhiyeessuun kilaba jahaanii eegalle. Arraan tana Abduu Jaliil hedduu galatoomiiti. Ilmoon fi gizee abbaan tajaajilee qaraasisee bakkaan ga'ee yuunivarsiitii fixee fi doktora ta'eef gammachuu malee wanni biraa kan itti dhaggeeffamu kana fakkaatuun sa'uuti. hedduu galatoomaan isinjaa ilmaan Oromoo cufaa waan nu boonsisu nutis wannin osfaanaa itti jalqabnee kubbaa Oromootti gooneef duris biyya keessattis nama kubbaa taphachuu ture Jibuutittis taphachuun ture akkasumatti gizeen as dhufees 1989 an Amaaraafin ilaa Boston fi kana cufa deemee taphachuu ture ifboo keessa deebi'eetiin sa'anoo eenyu gad godin jira waan hin beeku kubbaadha politikaami mi arraan tana ka'ee yoo waan hin danda'u ta'e namu ka'ee nama tokkotu politikaa ta'uu eegalaati maaliif hin goone waan je'urraayin wanna kana eegale garuu immoo darajaa guddaa irra jira itti hafufan namu nuti isaan booda jirra akkanumatti haa jiraatuun jaal
haajoon nuti arraan tana illee gun qaama keessa ilaalu namuma arraan tana taphatu fakkaata yoon silaa dirree tana keessa si gallakkise
fayyaadayti
wayii simii dheelaata
namniineeti dhugaadha nuti zamanni nuti kubbaa taphannuuf qaammaa wal dhaba zamana nuti kubbaa taphannu kubbaa fi taphannaa nuti piraaktisni nuti goonu guyyatti sa'a afurfaadha ijoolleen ammaa xiqqoo wanni nuura lallaaftuuf waa hedduu jala deemanii saniitu xiqqoo sheeppii irraa isaan ala baasa malee ammallee nuti wanni feenu kubbaa taphannee naashinaal tiim Oromoo uumoo osoo hin taane nama keenya kaa biyya alaa jiru cufa bakka takkatti waliif finnee hafuura waliif baafannee suutumaani akkuma wanna kana kilaba shaniin eegalletti hurriyaan gaafa dhuftees takkaan eegallee ilaa fiinxaa baanaan ja'a.
Tole gaariidha dhumarratti dhaamsii warra nu daawwatuuf akkasumatti illee kilaboota kubbaa miilaa kan arraan tanaas jiranii fi kan fuuldura uumamaniif illee gartee dhaamsee kan nuti jiraachuun ni mala saniin dura garuu warra gaafa jalqabaa san keessatti harkaa turre keessaa warra akka Saalaa Galmoo faadhaan harkaa warra Rabbi Raamataa godhuu fi Muudee faadhaan yaadadhaa arraan tana warra Minisootaa irraa Torontoo dhaqan keessaa arraan tana warra nu bira hin jirre durri Muusaatillee nu bira hin jiru warra ni akhiramanii akkasumatti Hamzaa Baashaadhaa warra reefutira maqaatu hixe keessaa warra akhirame Rabbi Raamataa godhuu fi dhugatti hojii jarri kas akkasiisan hundinuu gaafa sanitti murannootaan isinii wajjin tole ja'anii godhansantu arraan tana bakka tana ga'ee ilmaan Oromoodhaa akkuma lakkaa'amu magaalaa tana keessatti walitti dhufanii jiranii dhumarratti gaa dhaamsi warra nu daawwatuuf haa ta'u kilaboota kubbaa warra fuuldura uumamuuf illee qabdu maal akka ta'e saniifin carraasii kanna.
Galatooma obboleessa kiyyaa waan hin jiru kubbaan wanni itti gaarii kubbaan lubbuu bichaa fi nuti katabattu kubbaa tana guddisuuf nuti ilmaan Oromoo jechuun bineensaa miti Oromoo jechuun nama jaalatu nama siree isaarraa ka'ee nama bulchu kubbaa tana keessattis akkasumatti waan hin dhaamsa kennuu fedhu yoo jiraatu ta'e obboleen keenya irraa dhalannee fi kan nuti dhallee hedduutu jira isaan kana fitti qabnee kubbaa tana keessa leenee maqaa keenya kana Oromummaa teenya tana jabeessinee isaanis fi idaanee bakka amma jirru kanarraa daran akka jirru akka deemnu dhugaa wallahi abdii gaariin qabaa ummata biraatis akka fi idaanu sanii achitti federeeshinni wanni uumame wanni takka dhaamsa kanii kannuu qabuuf nuti federeeshina wanni uumneef federeeshinni maallaqa dhimma itti bahu osoo hin taane an dhugaan dhimma bakka kanatti federeeshinni wanni lafa keenyaaf anaaf Eliyaas Ibsaa loogoo Osfaanaa jiru gaafa katabnee lafa keenya federeeshinni ifiif dandee kilaboota garii taphatoota ilmaan Oromoo haa dhufuu hin dandeenye ifirraa tikeetaa fi hoteelaa fi kana kafaluu hin dandeenye akka federeeshinni waan akkanaa isaan gargaaruu danda'uu fi qopheessine malee federeeshinni nama biraa ispoonsara godhee toornamentii cufa gurguree niira lama malee akka hafuufii miti. Kanaafuu itti yaadaa obboleen kiyya wanni kun waan ilmaan Oromooti خيتيمي قيامتي خنو شوفا جنين وشفتنو هركتك كان وانا خنا كجبيسو قبنون دام سيسني خنا رتي نسني
دو غلطومي تندرا يرو غباب دو تنخيستي اتلم يرو سلا قوبو تتسون تين يرو غباب دو تنخيستي بكتنت نودياتي تولن انجتي وان فدريشن اورمو خان سبورتي دا خان امريكا بيتا خان الراوا دبچو خيتيف هدو فياده غلطوم
هدو غلطوم عبد الجليل اكرمتي تفو في بلي سخيه جبادوتي ثانك يو فيري
daawwattoota Oromoo TV har'aan tan Osfaanaan bara 20 qaba. Bara 20 san keessa bara 16 Oromoo TV'n waan deemaa jiru kan garagaraa asirraa isiniif dabarsaati bahee har'aan tana eegaa Oromoo TV'n jalqabee bara 16 guutuudha jechuudha. Bakki irraa mul'atan asii jechuudha. Bakki waa tapha deemuus haa ta'u ilmaan keessanillee irraa laaltan asii jechuudha. Bakki seenaa dhokattellee irraa arguutti dandeessan asii jechuudha. Seenaa ammaan tana dhaloonni haareenni yeroo ammaan tana quban qabne kan waa'ee Osfaanaa akkaataatti dhufee kanallee bakki irraa arguu dandeessan bakka tanaa jechuudha. Gaa Oromoo TV'nis haala ammaan tana jiruu fi kan fuuldura jiraatullee akkasumatti itti fufiinsaan isin gammachiisuudhaaf jiraata waan jiru hunda isiniif argamsiisuudhaaf jiraata. Nu daawwachuu keessaniif hedduu galatooma kanumaa wajjin waliin takkataniin isiniif ibsuu barbaadu guyyaa Khamisa Ogosta 4 yookiin immoo Hagayya 4 Oromoo TV'n akkasumattis walliftoota Oromoodhaa keessa hangafa afandisiyoodhaatii wajjin walta'iinsaan waliigaltee Osfaanaadhaatii wajjin Marriott City Center Minneapolis Downtownitti agarsiisa guddaa godhuudhaaf jiraata. Agarsiisa sanirraa dhuftanii qooda fudhattanii afandisiyoodhaan leejendii Oromoon qabdu keessaa tokko akka cinaa dhaabbattan isin hafeerra Oromoo TV'dhaas cinaa dhaabbachuudha. Oromoo TV cinaa dhaabbachuu jechuun if cinaa dhaabbachuudha. Maaliif Oromoo TV'n bakka isin irraa calaleexanii kanaafuu nu daawwachuu keessaniif galatooma fayyadaa itti fufa.
Ibiddaati takka ammoo caffee jannataati galgalli qabriin seentu guyyaa dabaada kan qabriin irraa kaafamtus guyyaa dabaada. Yaa abbolowwan kan islaama bakkee itti deemnu fagooda sinqii nutti qabnus diqqooda imala jabduu uftuuba deebi'uu hin qabne kanaafu imalti fagoon deebii hin qabne tun sinqii jabduu nu barbaachisti beeknee itti haa qophoofnu hundi kenna rabbiin akhiraa kenna caffee jannataa nuuf haa godhu hunduma kennaafu. Assalaamu alaykum wa rahmatullaahi wa barakaatuhu.
ما شاء الله good sagalee kee qajeelatu ol fuudhi maqaa kee himadhuuti jedhi sagalee qajeelatu fuudhi afaan irraa qabadhu jedhi gaa sagalee ol fuudhi jedhi gaa qabi gaa jedhi.
Assalaamu alaykum wa rahmatullaahi wa barakaatuh.
الله فيك تكبير.
ربي سبحانه وتعالى إن في ذلك لذكرى لمن كان له قلب أو ألقى السمع وهو شهيد. نمني واه بچو دندو وعلم قباتو قبا نمني واه بتو دندو وعلم قباتو قبا tokko akka gaariitti gurra isaatiin dhaggeeffatuu qaba wanni sun odoo isan dabarre talamaanii qalbiin bira jiraatuu qaba gurra qofaami dhaggeeffannaa tolchuu qalbiin bira jiraatu hoggaa waa lamaan kana argate namni wahiin galuu danda'a sagaleen tun akumatti amrii bubbutaa nu harkaa goote amma ummata kana laali dhiyana kana dhaabi waan jedhan amma gamarsin maqaa imaama jarri naa kennirallee goruu fedha bubbutaa tana keessa wallaahi waa agas maraami haa ta'u imaama tokko kan dhufii filetti maqeetiin dubbii maraataa san isinii godha dubbii maraataa san wahuma lamatti miqajuusan yoo qaceeltan jannata azaaba rabbi nurraa haa qabu ta boodarraa san hin jiru yoo qaceeltan jannata inshaallah mee waan irraa qulqullaa'uu hin dandeenye waan nuti hundi rakkoo qabnu imaama tokko haa jarumti keenya dhaamee ture dararu dhunuubi wal macaasi badiin diliin takka takka ta nuti dalaynu haalli badii tokko tokko kanurraa argamu rakkoon inni qabu dhiibbaan inni amantii teenyarra fidu dhiibbaan inni ruuhii teenyarra fidu maal fakkaata yeroo garii dogoggora tokko tokko nurraa argama humattuu laallu akkanuma bira dabarra abdallah ibnu mas'uud radiyallahu anhu wa ardaah rabbi sarraa haa jaalatu akkana jeedu inna almu'mina yaraa dhunuubahu namni mu'minaa tokko badiisaa diliisaa akki inni itti laalu akka nama gaara jala deemu gaarri kun narra jiga je'ee ka sodaatu akkasitti diliisaa laalaa je yakka dalage badii rabbitti balleeyse yakka dalage namni mu'minaa tokko akkamitti laala akka nama gaara jala deemu ka gaarri sun narra jiga je'ee sodaatu akkasin laalaa je وإن المنافق يرى ذنوبه كذباب نمني منافقا نمني أمنتين ساسرين تين خقبان لما ربي خيسي قدرا ربي خافان سا ددا خغران سا دغا خافان سا ديما خغران سا هرگيسا أكمتي لالا دلي أكمل لالا أكنما تيتسني توكو تيتيتشي فنيان الرقبة هركمان أكنا جيه في الرخاصة جيه لا غرا غرو ما جرا خنا غزي غري ميزانا غونو وان بلسنو في دغو غران رو ارغمو ميزانا غونو ان توبن ليدو بر ان توبن بر اكيجان اياكم ومحقرات الذنوب نبينا عليه الصلاه والسلام دليل تيكو إكو تلال تنتن الرافقانا أكا أمهتكو خخراديم هغنياتا بالشيفتو ديما توكو ساكي ديمي قراواتكو في دي توكو سمخلما في دي توكو سمخسدي في دي وان إبدان شدود غو إبدان بوبيسو غو ولفدان دليل تيكو ولتبوتتون تولد دمبفتون تولد چوچوتتون ديمتي درجانا ما هلاكتو قباقيسي دلين تفتنا ربي سبحانه وتعالى والذين إذا فعلوا فاحشة أو ظلموا أنفسهم ذكروا الله فاستغفروا لذنوبهم ومن يغفر الذنوب إلا الله ولم يسروا على ما فعلوا وهم يعلمون ما آيات خنا كجلو لغي فدامه ما آيات خنا كجلو لغي فدامه مؤمن توتا ورا ربي تأمني ورا ربي براهيري قودك أبو ورا ربي نسان بيو فكي ساني ربي سبحانه وتعالى قرآن خيس الدبت فكي ساني راتك والذين إذا فعلوا فاحشة دلي دلقان دلي قرقودو هاجنو فاحشة وان أرقان أجيتين تولي تاني أن اللي نما مقاسي جو اللي صداد أرقان أجيتين تولي وان جل بيتا وان أقول اللي نمن فيني تيجل اللي أرقون فيني دلي قرقودو دلقان أو ظلموا أنفسهم يو دلو مجدين قوتك دلقاني لبو ساني ميدان هوغا حالو خن الرا ارغم يرو مسنت هتتمد ذكروا الله ربي في يادتن اكا دوغورم بيخني اكا ربي تبليسن بيخني غدنا ربي ساني بيخني دفني قبني فاستغفروا لذنوبهم بديد لغنسن ارارا مخدت ربي دو يا ربي دوغوري نادي سجاد ولم يسروا خنتورين وان دلغن سنرا اوسو بدي دليني بيخنو خبدي سنرن تورين جيتو لا لكتي فارولا بل ليس ودبيتو بديرتاون بدي بيروتي بي بدي دلغون دوغورتو ام بل ليس ودبيخنو توبتو دبني تاونس دوغورا لمانيتي ولم يسروا على ما فعلوا وهم يعلمون أبيئا وربي تأمنيتي أبيئا مؤمن توتات علمي نما قل كل وانجرون ندوغورا نغوفتا نمجوجاتا نديبيات ميل لساو ديبو خرر رابها ديبو قبادو ميراكو دلين نتدلاوا أولوتون تا أفتا في أفتا نوجيس أفتا في أفتا كناتك أفتة كناتك أفتو جيس بيك يدوم من الراد أبان كينيا آدم دليتا كان جنة الرابعين مخطك خربين هنياتين جي نياتي إسافي هاو جنة الرابعين دقيق مسنت مو قال ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين جد هجوم دغور ريبيو يا ربي افمينه جرا لبوتين يمينه يواتنو ارارمو بات خسارو خين جاني ربي ارارمه هجوم سرتي دو ها ارارمو في ملي جنة خيس ديبي تاون دندني خلاص وان بديد لغي ربي ارارمه يفدو نبي ابراهيم دلي تكاجيچا شفاعة فول ربي نقود دي أمتا نبي موسى نبي عيسى ولم يذكر ذنبا دلي تكا تكا قفا فول ربي نقود صداتا جنة أبان كينيا دلي تكا دلقي إرابه نافئة أفتا في أفتا دليني جنة سند ديبو فينته سبب مال آدم جنة الرابع سبب مال سبب دلي ميك تك نافية أبا جنة نخجل لمن كجل نخجل دلي أفتا في أفتا أفنة أجد ديبو خجل خطها فرا إرفنو بآتنها وفرا حفا ليسنو أرارمها خدنو توبا كما ربي هادي بنو مي بدي سيداتنا أكتي سين ألفات أكتي سين ركو قبض روحي نمات في دين نمرتي درراء سين قبضو مي واتقو وجلال لي وقما قول ربي ديمنا يا ربي فدي إن شاء الله
Oromo TV
beeksisaa maalummaa abdii bilisummaa jibbaa roorrisaadhaa ibsaa walabummaa tiksaa qabsoo Oromoo deebisaa tokkummaa tumsaa sagalee Oromoo kan diddaa gabrummaa diigaa kaayyoo bittaa tarkaanfii diinummaa lammii dadammaqsaa hubachiisaa eenyummaa hawwaa diimokiraasii farra olaantummaa har'as boris se'i abdiin oromummaa.
Oromia,